So most of the time you'll see him pop Invis as he gets close. So if you put those wards slightly to the side, you can get some value out of it.
Good point. Radiant side, looks like things will be fairly predictable from complexity in terms of who's playing what. Fly once again will be on his Lina. Swindle will take the Shadow Fiend once more mid. And Ziz on the Sven, 3 for 3 here. Z-Freak, he'll be on the Spirit Breaker on the 4, and that puts Moon Meander on the Darkseer. And it looks like complexity will also be doing the aggro try, same as they did in the last game.
I think this is really good for complexity. I think they again get the lanes that they want, and C9, I feel like as a team is a bit weak at predicting their opponent's lanes, and a lot of times they get into a bad position in their early game. Because I really feel like this is a better setup for them. They can dive the Pugna, they can solo kill him easily, and it's just a Darkseer versus a Gyrocopter. Gyro's okay versus Darkseer and all, but if they're committing all these supports to just a single Darkseer, it's kind of bad. He might actually die down there.
And they don't have that synergy of the decrep into that Rocket Barrage like you were talking about, so kill potential a little bit more limited.
Ooh.
And, up top, Bone 7, could this be the first blood?
Mangos for it.
He mangos indeed. He gets that Storm Hammer off, and now Bone 7 trying to eat his way through the trees. One more auto attack will do it, and Fly secures the first blood.
Ooh.
Ziz not going to be able to make it out, though. It's a 1-for-1, and Bone will get a kill from the grave.
I mean, he does get the first blood, so it's a gold advantage, but if he doesn't buy out there, and he actually can't, he didn't get boots out of it, then it's not maybe the best.
Moon.
That looks like a dead Moon.
He's some trouble here. He does have a Surge, but
so many
he's
heroes.
Definitely going down. Trying to do a little damage to Misery he can before falling. That'll make it 2-1 here as Cloud9 pulls into the lead with hero kills.
Yeah, a bit unnecessary for him to die there, I feel. And again, Fly was the one that got the first blood on the top lane, so he's going to be able to get a fast boots. Ooh. No, sorry, I missed it.
So, yep. Yeah, good stuff for Fly. Like we talked about last game, he got a lot of momentum, and I think he'll be happy to transition into a core if possible based off this. Looks like Bounty Hunter will die to some neutrals here. It seems to be an intentional suicide into the Ancients, no surprise.
Didn't want to spend his regen to heal. Thought it would be better just to spend your money and end up killing yourself.
Lots of pings up top. Bone 7 will be initiated on again. Can Fly get it?
Good
nope,
dodge.
Sidestep by Bone. He will
Fly actually in trouble now.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, the decrep. A lot of damage.
Got a salve, though.
Not going to be able to finish him off.
Okay, a little scary there from Fly, but it worked out. Moon. Oh, that looks like a misery kill to me.
Yep, absolutely. He'll try to deny into Roche. Can they find the proper timing here? He'll try to clip Z-Freak. Nope, doesn't even go for it. Gets a bash for good measure to make sure Roche is not up to any kind of trickery. Now back to the top lane is Bone 7 in some trouble in the trees. Hits a Nether Blast on 2. Him and Ziz just running into each other as he's decrept, and now Bone will be sent back to the well. Not much he could do once locked in the trees there. A lot of action already in this game. Purge 4-2 at only the 2.5-minute mark.
That was kind of a lot of regen that they were forced to use there. The Souths keep coming out during the decrep because they know that they're not going to take any more damage. And Sven went for that, but they're fighting so often that he's already out of regen. And he doesn't even have boots money yet, unless it's flying out on the courier or walking out on the courier.
No, he's actually buying regen. He got another set of tangos and a clarity.
And that's kind of what he needs here so that they can keep killing the Pug. That's the most important part.
At least he's got that magic stick, racking up some charges. Bone 7 doing surprisingly well here in this 2v1 lane setup. Oh, down bottom, Moon in some trouble once more. Rocket Barrage doing some pretty decent damage.
Too.
Yeah, charge onto Misery. Moon, oh, he's tanking a lot here. Creep's trying to absorb some of the damage, but he'll fall before the Spirit Breaker can even get here. Will Z-Freak go for it? Nope, canceled as he approaches the enemy.
I feel like Moon's trying way too hard to outplay them. He's just sticking by the creeps, but I think maybe he's just getting caught a lot, and at that point, once he gets lifted, he's committed, basically. If he ran away from the creeps and he got lifted, he would definitely die there. A little bit of blocking from No-Tail here puts the slowdown. Iron Shell in return, but that Rocket Barrage actually isn't doing too much. They lift him and throw him back here, but I don't think they're going to get this kill at all. Moon Meander actually taking a ton of damage now. More TPs coming. This is Sven this time, but it was a TP after Darkseer already TP'd, so it was a very, very long TP, and as a result, wasted gold again from the Sven.
Yeah, he ends up canceling it and will just walk to the top lane.
Still no boots.
Bootless here. Yeah, this is a bit rocky for the Sven. He is very low on the CS chart, actually behind that of the Lina. So maybe it will become a support Sven at this point as Fly is here, racking up farm, already has Arcane Boots.
That's actually really amazing. And if he gets a fast level 6, it could be similar to what we saw the previous game, where he goes on a rampage, continues to get solo kills versus cores, and ends up having a huge impact.
Yeah. Z-Freak level 3 on the Spirit Breaker, 1-1-1 opener. Doing what he can. Has 1-0-0 in terms of KDA. All things considered, having a decent time.
Mm-hmm. I think he's pretty happy with that as a whole. Moon Meander might get caught again. They're swinging on from the backside. There's the Rocket Barrage doing a lot of damage, but not quite enough.
Yep, surge enough to get him out.
He's actually taking so much this game, just in the bot lane.
He's going to have to walk back to the well. Oof.
Those damage tank stat, I would like to know that one. He is just
damage taken.
The damage.
Well, it looks like mid lane is just an even farm fest here. Both Puck and Shadow Fiend, very comparable on that CS chart. Whoa, Fly! He gets the snipe onto Bone 7. Very nice.
How does Lena do this, man? How does Fly keep doing this? It's amazing.
I don't have a good answer for you. He's got the skills. That's all.
Maybe he was just jungling by himself, and he's like, "Oh hey, there's a hero here," and then he gets the kill.
Yeah. Well, we caught the tail end of that one. Big Daddy poking around the mid lane here. It is 5.5 minutes, so sniping the courier, much easier said than done, though, hoping the complexity will be just sloppy with it. They will not, however. Flying it over the tree line, being very cautious with their donkey.
So Swindle Melon's having a much better game than the previous one, which means that his farm could actually be ridiculously insane by the 10-minute mark, as we usually expect to see from Shadow Fiend. So, and versus a Puck, there is kill possibility there, but again, their gank is a bit weak.
Look at this control with the courier here, though, just leaving it over the tree line.
I mean, I think he's saving it for the bottle crow either way. Z-Freak may be in trouble, gets initiated on by Fada, throws the orb for the rune, makes Swindle Melons make a hard decision, and he ends up getting the rune stolen from him.
Oh, yeah, regen picked up by Swindle.
He got it? What? I thought for sure Puck would have grabbed that. I guess he was a little early.
Yeah. All right, well, good stuff for Swindle. Gets a regen in the bottle, almost level 7. Take a look at net worth, and he is number 1 by just a couple hundred gold over the Puck. The off lane for complexity is now going quite well. Fly cutting the creep wave, pulling into the easy camp. He's found his level 6, and now him and Ziz will start to pressure this tier 1 tower.
Ziz finally picking up his boots, which is really what he needed there to be more survivable. Those first couple lanes, well, Fly in trouble, took a lot of damage from the small camp here, and he's going to have to ulti this before he dies, I think, but No Tail doesn't have boots yet, whereas Fly does. I can't believe he has that advantage. There's the nuke. They can't see him. He's invis here. I'm guessing they don't have detection.
No detection.
Is there some on Z-Freak, though?
That is the question. There's not. And he'll even cancel the charge before he gets there.
He is quite stuck.
Well, that's unfortunate. We'll be able to charge out here in just a couple seconds, but less than ideal.
So luckily for Fly there, doesn't end up feeding his killing spree. He's going to have some gold given when he does end up dying eventually.
Shadow Fiend still farming very nicely, now starting to work the jungle. He's got a double stack here at the hard camp. Nothing at this hard camp here, but still utilizing the advantage of Shadow Fiend on the Radiant side. How you can poke in and out of the lane. Moon still struggling here in the safe lane. Only level 5. I guess it could be worse.
He's getting set up on a little bit here. Rubik's trying to wrap around. Puts the ward down. They probably spotted him through the trees. Yeah, there's the ping.
Yeah.
Man, they are so good about spotting out ganks.
They really are. Moon playing much more conservative now, like you mentioned before.
They do not know No Tail is sitting up there. Kind of good position. Ooh, he actually breaks the clarity potion. Nicely done there. He attacked while he was going invis, so he doesn't actually waste his invis. But if he was slightly wrong about that timing, he would be 100% dead.
Yeah. Tower ends up going down. Last hit does go to Sven. Some recovery gold there. Radiant will use their glyph, but they won't be able to mount a defense. Nether Blast taking this tower down very quickly, and they will give the last hit to Envy on his gyrocopter. Envy having a much better time this game than he did last match as well.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2 on net worth and farming up to his heart's content.
Yeah, we're going to see him be a huge threat this game for sure. If he does get the early start that he's used to, I know for a fact that he's going to play well. But sometimes you get behind and you get tilted and you think that the only thing you can do is try to do greedy farming. And I've heard Envy say that, well, just do some greedy farming where you know you're going to die. Gank on Moon here.
Moon, smart idea to run across the other way. He'll try to juke him out. Call down will fall just a little bit short. As will the orb of or illusory aura, but yeah, telekinesis catches him. Nowhere to go. He had some stick charges, won't even try to burn those. They'll instead use this time to pressure the Tier 1 tower mid. Double damage up on Swindle, making this a pretty easy tower siege. Even Ziz on his way over. He's popped the war cry now. God's Strength coming up in about 10 seconds. They will secure that tower. So good exchange here for complexity. They end up trading 2 for 1 in terms of Tier 1 towers.
I think they're pretty happy about that because they completely opened up their opponent's jungles. And while C9 is doing pretty well on the gyrocopter, that's really their only carry potential. So if they know where he's probably farming, or at least they guarantee that they have control over his jungle, then it becomes a bit easier to get those kills.
Yeah, Misery getting dove here. Laguna Blade to the face. Not enough to finish him off. Fly gets taken out as he's the victim of a dream coil. A little over-aggression there from Complexity, and they get punished.
Yeah, rare mistake from him. He really thought that Rubik was going to die to that, and he didn't. So killing spree goes to Puck instead, and that's going to get Puck a very fast blink dagger.
Yeah, that's a good point. One of the worst heroes on from Complexity's perspective to end that spree. Now Fata only about 400 gold off the blink, and that's when he can start to erupt on this Puck and start to take control of the game and create some momentum for his team. He's already 1-0-1. So even though he's been farming a lot, still has had an impact in these few skirmishes.
And they have very dynamic ganks. This game, unlike last, they can gank with Puck, they can gank with Bounty, Rubik, and Pugna, all very good. Even Gyro, all 5 of their heroes can form combinations to gank, so it's going to be a lot harder for Complexity to anticipate and predict where those are coming from.
Yeah. We got a charge here from the Spirit Breaker. Looks like he'll be going on to Big Daddy.
Got a
this
dust.
time he's got detection. Yeah, dust and sentries. He will dust him up. There is some support inbound, but Fly just a little bit too far back. Connects with the Dragon Slave. Not enough damage for the kill, as there is no Laguna Blade still on cooldown for another 5 seconds or so. Meanwhile, in the Radiant Jungle, Bone 7 walks into the danger zone, gets the Nether Ward down, but it doesn't matter. It'll just be extra gold going the way of Complexity as they get a freebie on the Pugna.
Yeah, Moon uses the wall there, but I think that's completely fine. It's actually a quite big nuke at level 150 damage,
yeah.
And it's a spell that only costs 125 mana. The cooldown's really big, but he doesn't even have vacuum levels yet, so it just helps guarantee those kills. It's a great spell to cast in the early game in any gank situation like that, where it's kind of close.
Yeah. And Swindle Melon's going for a very similar build compared to last go-around. Aquila power trades to get things started. Now right into the mech so they can start grouping up, continue sieging, and do what Complexity does best aside from sieging towers, take team fights in the mid-game.
So Ziz is a bit underfarmed compared to where he was in the previous game, just sitting on treads with the wand here. But he is rotating a lot, so his playstyle hasn't changed very much. And if he plays as well as he did in terms of ganks, he's going to be able to recover this no problem. But his mana pool is still a little bit low, and it's not quite as easy as it was in the previous game because his attack speed's slower, all that stuff. Misery's going to die for sure, though.
Yep.
Good attempt on him, but
not living through that one.
Complexity did a good job going in there. They didn't completely group up. They didn't let the telekinesis make that harder than it needed to be. Just a very easy kill there for Complexity. Sven gets a kill, and they're trying to take another tower to destroy the farm position of C9.
Yeah, now we talked about ways of dealing with... Oh, we'll hold that thought here as Eternal Envy gets initiated on by Ziz. He might be in a little deep here. Dream